murder mystery movie. We're the detectives.
So in McCallum we're looking for a spot to inflate the backraft.
Find access to the beach.
So far everything is very steep.
And scary. And we still don't see the other side because of the fog. So I guess we're just gonna have to stick to one side and hope that we find where we're going.
Me and Max just spent the night at McCallum, and now we packed our bags and heading to the dock, from where we'll be taken to Rencontre Bay.
Today seems like I have less space in my backpack than yesterday, so I don't know how that's possible, to be honest. But we're gonna have to make it work.
Just in past here, there's like a old moose path.
Okay.
So that might be able to help you out a little bit to get some sort of improvement.
Okay. Great.
Right. You won't have to go in very far. You just
Yeah, we'll probably see.
Yeah.
Because they usually follow the edge, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You see the now you guys want to get on this rock here? Or?
Great. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We should chuck our stuff first.
Oh my God, we got carried out.
And he got stuff out.
You like to go on the country taking food back.
We've been dropped off at Rencontre Bay, and we are going to follow a moose trail along this shore and then follow that gorge and find our way up from the fjord.
We're gonna survive.
We have found the moose trail and now we are following it. Not as bad as it was in around McCallum.
Yeah, no, for sure not. No, not where we had to go bushwhacking. It's like a jungle.
You get stuck?
Yeah. I feel the water. Whoa. Here we go. We can go down here slowly. Да, тут вот что-то.
Oh, freedom! Highway! Open route! We decide not to scramble across the woods. We just decide to follow the creek and see if it's gonna be possible to follow the gorge all the way up.
Victor told me this is gonna be an easy hike, you know? Come, relax. We're gonna be paddling. We're gonna do a little bit of hiking, but nothing much. We're gonna be in their pack rafts. We haven't set up a pack raft yet, so I'm looking forward.
Рюкзак, да? О.
I cannot imagine the amount of water they have here in spring. It would have not been possible. We would not be able to get close enough.
Even during the summer after rain, it's probably impossible.
Oh my God. Well, today's supposed to rain.
We are crossing the shallow lake right now. It's much easier than going through the scrub.
Go through that crap.
Yeah,
That's
especially through that one.
Okay, what's the elevation? 128 meters.
Oh, I think we need to get to elevation up to 300-400 meters. So when we reach elevation of 300, that's when the terrain is going to be more easy to walk. Yeah, watch your step. The water is dark.
It's getting deep now.
Oh.
A little before?
No, it's not deep, but some rocks are moving under my feet.
This is where we need sticks. Opa. Okay, maybe it was not a good idea coming here. This is gonna be hard.
So right now we are going to try to find a place to cross this forest. Wow, this forest is full of bugs.
And trees. And trees.
Все, вылез. Да. Open land. Not for too long. Get quite windy.
Сука! В натуре не могу.
Сколько километров вы прошли?
домой пошли. Задолбался. Мокрые, wet, tired, hungry, wet. And we still have to go till 9 o'clock tonight. So.
We made it to our lake. It's the one we plan to reach today. And we encounter this gorge that follows it. The lake is about 100 meters away. And we would have to go through this dense wood. And hopefully we will find a camping spot for tonight.
Hopefully. Let's make it down first.
We made it to the lake, but there is no camping spot. This is the most promising beach that we have around here.
It's
So
about
the plan is
4 feet wide.
The plan is to blow pack rafts and try to find a different spot before it gets dark. So we've got kind of an extreme situation with heavy rain rolling in, and we've been on our pack rafts on the water, but we had to do a quick decision to land and set up tents. By the time the tents were set up, the tents were filled with water. Like, I literally used cup to get the water out, and then I used some cloths to get everything out. And the bad news is that my feather jacket is wet. That's how my pants looks like, soaked. And my sleeping bag, well, I don't know, 50-70% wet, but I have to dry it on my body because otherwise I don't have anything dry to wear except of this. I just boiled some water, made coffee, and this one goes inside the sleeping bag, and I'm going to warm the sleeping bag out. And it feels nice to have something warm inside the sleeping bag. It's 11 AM now, and I'd say we are fully dry. We are going to take our rafts and paddle in that direction. We made it to the end of our lake. It was quite windy, so we had to paddle against the wind, but it was still better than walking. We just passed the first lake, and now we are at the entrance of the second one. It's very shallow. We would probably have to carry our stuff for a couple of meters, but it does feel great that we didn't have to walk with it. We made it through the next lake, And now it seems like we are gonna have a promising view in front of us. Wow, you can tell that usually the water level is way high, and here is like it's all covered with water. So it's a natural dam. That water over there is a fjord. So we need to get down. We just flew drone down this creek and it ends with a waterfall. So we have to go back and follow the ridge down instead of this gorge. You agree, Max?
I agree. Safer, maybe a bit longer, but safer.
Not sure if we are going in the right direction, but we are following the moose trail and we are making progress.
Hello from Lock Cove, out in the big fjord. We're slowly making our way to our campsite for the night, maybe two. The winds are slowly pushing us. It's not a lot of hard labor. It is really pretty out here.
An amazing thing right here is all those fish farms, which are not on satellite images, meaning that they are very new, and it was very unexpected to see. We are at Hare Cove. Hare Cove. And we stopped by here with hopes to find a place to camp, but it doesn't look like that's the case. But there is a trail. There is a marker on a tree, and there is a trail leading somewhere. So now let's go and find out what is there. Well, there is nothing here, just forest. And the trail is only a few meters. I think back in the days it might be the spot where it was possible in bad weather for fishermen to hide and wait it out.
Shelter. Victor forgot his glasses at our last stop. So now I'm waiting for him while he's going somewhere there. You might see him, you might not. I'm slowly drifting to where we need to go. We have about 7 more kilometers to go this way. Hopefully he finds them. Apparently it's the first time he brings sunglasses for a trip like this, and he loses them on day 2. After I don't know how many hours of being in the fjord, we finally made it to what is called a beach. You don't see it, but we're almost there. We're exhausted. This is literally the flattest thing you'll find in Newfoundland. There's nothing else like it. And we made it. I think it's been like 4 or 5 hours. Mm-hmm. 4 or 5 hours on the water, and nowhere to beach, to park. We thought we were gonna camp at another cove, but that's a no-go. We're gonna stop this recording because the wind is pushing us back, and we're really fed up of doing this paddling. So we'll catch you at the beach.
We are at Sandy Point. It's supposed to be a paradise spot for us, as there is some flat land, but we didn't manage to find fresh water, and the swamp that's covering this peninsula is all saltwater marsh. Max is looking for fresh water in the woods. We are going to set tents at this spot. This is salt marsh, so when the highest tide and the wind is strong, the water over splashes, and that's why all this water is salt. So it's kind of not a good spot for camping, and if it's gonna get too close, we would have to leave. We have moved our camp from that shore to this shore in order to be more sheltered from the wind. And Max is getting ready to go crab fishing. Here's a trap.
Here's some squid bait. Smells really good. Smells like something I eat with beer.
Охренеть! С рук вырвало прям. Хорошо бросил.
А ты говорил, дальше не брошу. Ну вот сейчас мы будем пытаться выловить крабов вот с этого болота. Я парочку вчера увидел. Сейчас идет прилив. Крабики будут голодными. Дадим им что-то покушать. Ничего мы не споймаем, крабы маленькие. Вот. Кидаем ловушку. Можно поближе, чтобы было видно. И наблюдаем.
Лучший способ ловли краба все-таки рукой, да?
Да? Правильно их брать я не умею, но эти не сильно кусаются.
А ущипнул тебя, да?
Вот.
А, ничего себе.
Держится. Это, кажется, крабы, которые они говорят невкусные. Зеленый краб. Идем его поближе к кормушке. Покормим.
Да, а потом снимем видео о том, как ты поймал краба. На эту ловушку.
О, смотрите, какая добыча.
And here we find in the woods something that looks like broken boardwalk up, but not safe to walk it anymore. But there is also a trail. Wow. That's a house. Pretty big one.
Yeah.
Look, everything is left just the way it was, like with closing on.
Wow.
Oh, there is a calendar. 2005. So I think it was abandoned.
2005.
Yeah. Here's a hat. It says a hunter will do anything for a buck. Here's
The heater. Heating system? Water shower.
the bathtub.
Yeah.
Bedroom. Oh yeah, here's a major roof leak.
Oh, look, Victor. Sunglasses. Your sunglasses.
We just managed to lock the door, but I am not able to lift it up, so it doesn't want to go up to be able to lock it. So I think we need to try to find some wire. And this way it could be locked and the animals cannot get in. You find some wire?
Yep.
Great. Great.
That's for when we come back.
Oh, and the string to dry clothes is still here. Look. So basically all those bushes grow in 20 years of time. Look, it's leading pretty far. All this area was cleared.
It must have been so hard to bring the material all that time. Just the effort into getting all the stuff here. I can't imagine how much time to build that cabin and turn it into a home. Yeah, and then nobody wants to live there, and they just leave them there to rot. Makes you think.
Everything has to be brought by boat in a good weather.
Yeah.
So it was challenging.
Well, I'm sure that
Lots
was
of efforts.
Lots of efforts. Plus, I'm sure that's not the only thing that person had going on in their life. A house like this must take years to build. Yeah, very interesting.
So we made a nice fire from a driftwood, and we pile up more firewood. I don't think we're gonna use it all, but at least we have plenty.
If we have enough for tonight. It was supposed to be raining an hour ago, but the weather is actually kind of clear for the moment. Hopefully we'll stay this way.
And if it sprinkles a little bit with this nice fire,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. We are leaving Sandy Point and heading towards the end of this fjord, from where we're gonna follow the creek up. We have following wind and following tide. And Max, what's your Garmin watch says? What is our speed?
Average moving speed is 3.4 kilometers an hour.
But it's sitting speed, not moving speed.
Not moving speed. We're moving faster than we're walking.
The creek we're gonna follow is gonna start behind this cape. We made it to the entrance of our creek, or exit. Really nice waterfall here. Looks like a staircase.
Yeah. Looks really pretty. Looks really good. If it's like this all the way up, it's gonna be fantastic. I think it will be. Like lots of steps.
All we have is hope.
Huh?
Hope for the best. О, вот это камень шатун. Шаптун.
Выдумай.
Опасный.
Все на месте.
Do you guys know that Max borrowed his backpack from his friend?
I don't think he's gonna get it back.
Yeah, now we're following it up 6 kilometers. Hopefully there are gonna be less cliffs
Yeah,
along the way.
I think so.
So far, a very pleasant way up.
Water is so clear. It's not even that red color. You know, like everywhere you are, the water is dark here. So this is really cool.
We're lucky that the water level is low. Otherwise, this is all waterfall. I forgot exactly how those holes form, but I think it's just the water hitting the direction and then something like a round stone like this one. It's inside and the water is moving it around, I guess.
Make a good paper circle.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a couple of years.
To check if it's still here.
If it's a perfect circle.
Okay. Just gonna go easy. Take it easy.
Oh, it's slippery.
It started to rain, so possibly we need to keep an eye for a camping spot. If we see one, a good one,
A flat.
along this shore. We just exit the gorge and came to the flatter area. We have some sand and lots of wildlife tracks. So far all I can see are moose tracks, but I wonder if we're gonna be able to spot something else like a bear track. Lots of fresh.
Yeah.
Possibly
Last night.
even few hours old. Lunchtime?
Lunchtime. I think it's a good spot.
And here is the lunch. It's mashed potato with butter, sour cream, mushrooms, pork jerky, and dry onion. Tastes really good. And Max is having the same thing. Huge rock.
It's really the biggest mountain around here, eh? It's definitely very impressive. You know, if the trail was this smooth, 3 days in a row. I think we found the most impressive boulder so far. They're just sitting alone on this giant plateau. It's being held by two little rocks. Hard to imagine that this rock has been pushed here by a glacier, probably hundreds and hundreds of meters, and it's been sitting here for about 10,000 years. Think about that. Hard to picture all of this place under ice and what it looked like. Really stunning, really beautiful, and a beautiful mountain. This is where we're going to be camping tonight and probably tomorrow night as well.
The mountain doesn't have a name, so after we're gonna climb it, we can name it.
We're gonna give it a name. We're gonna think of something clever. Almost there. The views are getting cooler and cooler, and it's getting later and later. It's 8 p.m. We're almost at our camp. I think tomorrow is gonna be a big day. A lot of up and down.
We have set the camp at the base of the mountain, on top of this huge rock. We are securing everything with rocks. We hope it's not gonna get windy at night.
Really hope not. This is a leisure tent. This is not a tent for mountaineering, but it's got me through some rough nights, and I think I figured out the technique to make it through the night. Hopefully tonight is going to be calm, because I don't feel like 3 in the morning having to readjust my tent or go flying.
And since we came here to do glamping, we figured that we have to set our tents on the rock so it looks more fancy.
Yeah. For that Instagram shot.
We're gonna follow this ridge up.
And then
Here might be intense a
where
little
the
bit,
rocks are.
but then it's gonna be easy. Right now we start to getting heavy rain, and there is a thunderstorm that is coming closer and closer. So far we have 3 seconds between lightning and the sound. I don't remember sleeping in an exposed place like this during thunder. What do you say?
No, nothing.
Wow, here was a lightning. And that is the sound of thunder.
Я вообще не понимаю, как происходит. Вот, все, пизда. Все палки упали.
Поставь палки назад для начала.
Палки не встанут уже назад. Охуеть. Блять, я не знаю, что делать. Все, я лечу!
Да ну, Макс, ну куда ты летишь?
Я не знаю, что делать в натуре.
Ну, наверное, подождать, пока ветер перестанет. Я думаю, может, полчаса. Ты можешь подождать в такой ситуации?
Ну меня сейчас зальет стопудово.
Поднимай палку, хотя бы одну, и держи ее рукой.
Двумя руками.
Попробуй поднять палку и держать ее.
Блять, нахуй мы сюда пришли.
Макс, я вышел на улицу.
Завтра будем как до утра.
Завтра будем искать местечко очень-очень тихое.
Таких здесь нету.
За горой.
Так мы и сейчас за горой.
Мы сейчас на скале.
Ну хорошо, будем искать укромные, да. Я очень быстро замерзну, поэтому надо будет быстро двигаться. Но на самом деле сейчас получается нам за склон надо как бы.
Да?
Ну типа от ветра, если, я не знаю. Спускаемся вниз, короче, да? А? Некуда бежать. Ну, эту гору можно назвать некуда бежать. Now I need to take all my clothes off, including underwear.
Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's 3:30. So last night was fun, if you can call it. I set up my tent, which is not designed for being set up on rock, and it held well until like 4 in the morning, but then both of the stakes let go, so it was collapsing. The first time it collapsed, I was just standing here holding 2 trekking poles together from it collapsing on me, like Jesus. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't. Anyways, it would have been a quick get out. I was thinking if we had to run, I was just gonna grab everything, pack it up, and we go somewhere. But it was not. It was gonna be worse doing that.
So we are climbing up. Okay, we are about to witness the view. Oh, here we placed the a cone to spot the spot where we need to descend. Nice.
Leave no trace. You can run anywhere you like here.
Yeah.
But you can't really run anywhere.
Literally, if you're gonna travel inland, probably it's about 100 km or even more until any settlement. We just discussed with Max what would have happened if we didn't got a ride from McCallum to Dragon Bay. Probably we would have ended up turning around, most likely. And Junior was like an angel. He stopped us and said, "Hey guys."
He offered us a lift. I think I'm gonna drop you off at Devil's Bay.
I think no, he said something about, tell me again about your plan. It was Thursday and he said, okay, I might be able to do it on Sunday.
Yeah.
You guys have to wait for 3 days.
He had something.
And a few hours later he came to the spot where we camped and offered the ride next morning.
Yeah.
We probably would not be able to cross to Dragon's Bay because the forest over there is very dense and we would have a really hard time going through it. And the original plan was to cross that area along the coast of the sea, but I don't think we would have made it because of the waves, and even if we did, we would have to wait for perfect conditions, or we might just drift to St. Pierre and Miquelon and get there illegally.
And then get deported home.
Yeah, and get the free ride home. We just had a really nice dip. It was very refreshing, and now we are getting ready to
Go on a day trip.
go into the highlands. Right now we are walking to the place called the Gorge, and it is the only gorge on the maps that has a name. So it's supposed to be something impressive, since that one is considered to be the gorge and the others are not. Here's the view. .30 a.m. We have an early start today because we want to cross the fjord before noon. Right now we are by this lake at the end of Rencontre Cove, and we came here by mistake because our original plan was to come to Little Bay, and yesterday we walked to the gorge. And we did see that it's a very steep climb up here to get down, and otherwise it's impossible. So we are going to walk to Little Bay right now, and hopefully it's gonna be an easier descent. Windless day today, lots of flies. Mostly black flies. Low clouds, so we haven't seen a sunrise. And also sounds of airplanes flying to Europe from North America. Quite a big traffic here. We are approaching Little Bay, and the fog starts to roll in.
Big fog too.
We had one day of sunny weather. It means that the mainland of the Newfoundland get warm, and the cold air from the sea gets sucked. You can feel that this fog is cold. The temperature dropped. So far, walking down was easy, but the moment of truth is going to be on the horizon there. And we'll see what the drop looks like. Да, Макс меня спросил, ты бы взял сюда свою собаку? Я говорю, нет, если ты ее любишь, ты ее с собой не возьмешь. Find another moose trail. Here you can obviously see that the ferns are broken and it's very fresh. Only a few days old, or maybe a few hours old trail. Oh, here it looks something like it was sleeping here.
Yeah, possibly.
We are coming to the edge of the rim we saw on the horizon. And we're gonna be able to see our climb down. So following the creek right now wouldn't be an option. We would walk the ridge and hope that there is no drops there as well. My favorite part, going through the scrub of trees. Staircase. That's nice. And then something I observed recently. The places where the ferns grow is a flatter terrain than where the scrub grows. Bah! There is no holes like here. You step and it just goes somewhere you don't even know.
You just disappeared.
Just disappeared. Walk into the unknown.
Literally.
The fjord show up on the horizon. And we are getting a little lower from a fog, so it's not as cold anymore.
Oh my god, look where we almost made it.
Yeah, we are very close to the fjord, and
The cliffs are crazy.
conditions are calm. Nice weather for paddling. It seems to me like the tide is rising up, which is convenient because it's going to carry us inside the fjord.
Water looks calm, so that's promising. But it's gonna be a long paddle. So, and it's already 12:30. We should leave soon.
Well, I have some water to take with us. Snacks?
Snacks.
Good to go.
Let's do it.
Did you get wet?
Huh?
Did you get wet?
Oh yeah.
Wow, the water is so clear.
Yeah.
Right now we are getting closer to the Cape of Little Bay, and the wind's supposed to change to following, and paddling is gonna get easier. I've got a hole in my raft, have quite some water, well, not a lot, not critical, but yeah, got a punch a hole somewhere on the bottom, not in a tube. We almost made it to Rencontre West. I wonder if someone is going to be here. Look, there used to be a dock. I think that is the house where people live. So we've got a permission from an older couple that stays here for the summer to camp here, and Max decides that he's going to set a camp on a platform. He specifically asked for it and was given permission to do so, because this is their daughter's house or something. Yeah. Seems like the weather is changing. Look, the wind is blowing back into the sea. We made it right in time.
Yep. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few hours later, and it will be really hard to get here. That we both feel like our brains are not functioning well.
Foggy.
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 And even talking and making sentences is hard.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
We are aiming to get to New Harbor. Looking at the map, an old map, we are following a road or a trail to New Harbor, and it leads us up this hill. Can't see any signs of well-used road. And it's been about 60 or 70 years since New Harbor was resettled. So the nature took over really fast. There are actually some remains of the structure on that beach as well. It's interesting to think that back in the days people would have traveled to visit each other through this kind of terrain, and there were no phones, so if you would have set a date
Yeah.
with someone,
You can't call and cancel.
you can't cancel it. You would walk this hill no matter what kind of weather. Here are some electric poles that are leading to New Harbor. By the way, locals call that settlement differently, but I didn't memorize how they call it. I wonder how they delivered the electric poles here, since there is no road.
And big trees.
So we spent quite some time here, but we haven't found a way through this crop yet. It's somewhere here through this dense forest, but we can't find it. And since there's not much left at New Harbor, maybe we're gonna turn around. Since it's 1.5 k's of dense crop, we're just gonna give up and not go to New Harbor. Not sure if I'm right, but I think it's called gooseberry or something, and this is one of the most expensive berries. And especially Scandinavians like it. I'm not gonna eat it just in case I'm wrong, but it has a special taste to it. I can see how you can make a really nice jam out of it.
With sugar.
Mm-hmm. So Max is leaving us today. He's going to Francois Bay with a couple that came to this cabin, and this is their boat. And we're gonna meet there in about 2-3 days. July 30th, the latest.
Yeah. The latest. If Victor is not there, 30th at night, I'm sending out the search and rescue team. But I think he's gonna be there. Well, it depends on the weather.
Well, you should tell the story why you are leaving.
Well, I'm leaving because yesterday, well, to start off, I have back problems. And yesterday when we went for a day hike, I slipped on a rock and I pulled my back. This morning, I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't sit up from laying down position. And that was already a big flag. And it's been like this all day long. And it's hard. I don't want to push it to the point where we're stuck halfway through somewhere and I just can't carry my stuff, and then I'm just gonna be a burden. So I feel like I'm quitting.
I feel like we're doing the smart move, because this is not a survival.
It's not a survival game.
Yeah.
It's not a race. But then at the same time, I'm very happy with everything I've done, but I'm not happy because there's literally 2-3 days left until Francois, and it's bugging me. I feel like I'm...
But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yes, that's what a rational person would say.
Yep. До встречи.
I'll see you soon.
See ya.
See you in a few days.
Come on, come on, come here.
Following seas to you.
See you next time. See you around.
See you in a few days.
Safe trip. Осторожно.
I am all packed now, heading towards the next cove. Really nice people in this cove, and Newfoundland in general. Unfortunately, they were too shy to show them on camera. I did ask if I can film them, and they said no, we'd rather not. But I'm very grateful for help they offered. They charged my batteries. My backpack feels much lighter since Max took my tripod, Milwaukee batteries, some trash. The creek is getting more shallow and vegetation more dense, and I'm not sure which way I should climb up. There were a few creek intersections I have crossed. Not sure if I took a right one. So I'm going to climb up to find out. Yeah, just like I thought, I took a wrong one. I was walking this one. Instead, the one I need is over there. Wow, look at this. Big and juicy blueberries. so far. This crossing was the most effortless. Next would have definitely made it. Lots of water walking, but no big boulders and no big waterfalls. Bald eagle he was sitting on a branch and then he hid down a little bit. I can see him. Maybe there is actually something that he's eating. That's why he doesn't want to leave. Hey, bald eagle. I'm sorry, but I'm also heading this way. Sorry to bother you. Oh, he's gonna sit like a gull in the water. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, the plan is to head from here towards the bay and exit at Chaleur Cove. Yeah, something wrong with that bald eagle. Oh wow, 1, 2, 3. I just saw 3 seals. That is a little bit scary. I'm afraid of seals since once one seal was chasing me in Greenland. I hope bald eagle is gonna find another spot to get out from the water. But if he's injured and can fly, he's not gonna make it anyway. Half an hour later, and I can see whitecaps leading out of the fjord, so I definitely did a good decision by not moving right away. Most likely I'll be staying here for the night. I have pinched my tent by the creek. It's kind of a little bit too close to the water, but at least it's a very level, clean spot. And there is no rain in the forecast, as far as I know. And also it's protected from wind from the sea. And right now I'm gonna try to patch my packraft and my pants, because I have holes on my butt. Actually, it get pretty bad. I have 2 big holes. This one was taped, but it didn't last for too long. I also have a needle with a tie, so I'm gonna try to sew it up. That's all I have. Not much, but I'll try. And now here is the result. Nice. Now it's time for packraft, and the holes must be those little spots, scratches. And I'm using this sealant. The sun just set. I don't really feel like having dinner. Max is right now behind that mountain cliff. Here is a lobster claw. There's quite a lot of them that I've seen, and local fishermen told us that they used not to have lobsters, and in other parts of Newfoundland there is also no lobsters. But since the sea is getting warmer, they're moving from banks near Maine north, and so right now they have lobsters, and they have really good lobster fishing for the past few years. But last year and this year it was not as good as it was. With those calm conditions, I would even feel safe to paddle around that cape and get to Francois in about, let's say, 2 hours. But I also want to see the fjord, or how it's called, the bay. So fjords here are called bays, lakes in Newfoundland are called ponds, and mountains are called hills. So I'm gonna paddle to Copper Cove and climb up Copper Head, I believe, to see the view. Oh, all right. Let's do it this way. Yep, I did step in the water, but it's okay. You just need to wait for the wave. Up. Here we go. I hope the seals are not gonna bother me. So calm. And reflections are beautiful. I have a boat approaching me. Well, they are from Francois, but they have a cabin at Copper's Cove. So they've been there, and right now they're heading home, and maybe I'll see them later today. Wow, so much fish is jumping around from it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to get too close. You can definitely see a lot of fish jumping from the water. It's crazy. I have never seen that before. Quite a few houses at Copper's Cove. I was expecting only 2 cabins or 3. They look like new builds in comparison to Rencontre Cove. And some houses at Rencontre Cove are 200 years old. And I think those are cabins, not in a settlement that was abandoned or resettled. The water over here is full of little fish. So it's not a fish, it's like sea fleas, and they start getting on my hands. Now it's time to make breakfast. At Copper's Cove, I was offered help to bring some of my belongings to Francois, So I left my packraft and paddle, and I don't have to carry it anymore. Leaving my backpack here on those rocks and going up that hill. Copper's Head and Devil Nudik is over there. By the way, the mountain that doesn't have a name and that me and Max were trying to name does has a name. So the locals call it Devil Nudik. Nudik. Pronunciation is Nudik. And now the view from the top of Copper's Head. Oh wow, there is still snow. I can't believe it. Is it snow? This water is great. On the way up, I use that side of the gorge. I decided to went down this way. Wow. Nice gorge. At Copper's Cove, they told me that they spot 2 bears 3 weeks ago on this ridge. Of course, they're not sitting waiting for me over here for that long, but I have a chance to spot bears. Right now I have only half a battery left. That will be the last flight before I reach Francois. So I officially used all of my batteries, and in those 10 days I end up using, I think, 12 batteries, around 12 fully charged batteries. Look what I found! I believe this is a white mushroom. Edible. I'm gonna bring it to Francois. Maybe This one is called Big Pond. I was actually happy that I find a trail and I don't have to walk along the lake, but it goes so high. Probably would have been easier just to walk along the water again. Now, since I made it up, I will just continue following. Maybe it was a game trail that I was following. Who knows? Unintentionally, I have climbed another hill. It has nice views. Francois is in the end of that fjord, right there. You can see some satellite dishes on the horizon. You can actually see St. Pierre and Miquelon land. Well, I just had quite a detour. I walked on top of that mountain and I just walked down. I'm just give up and I'm taking an easy route. Should have done it from the very beginning. I made it to Francois. Last time I camped behind the church, near the bench that they have there, and I don't see Max tent, so I guess he got an accommodation. Maybe I'll have a warm shower tonight. Well, soon as I've met first person, I've been told where the Max is. And they told me, White House with a brown trim. You follow the stairs up?
Cheers.
Cheers. Day number 2, since we are in this apartment in Francois. Max is cooking mousse. Mousse that the locals give to us, right?
That's right. The captain.
Yeah.
The captain of the ship gave us some mousse. We didn't ask for it. It was a very nice gesture. And they gave us some cod that we're probably gonna have maybe tomorrow night. Yeah. Hopefully it's gonna turn out well. I'm planning on I'm following the instructions of Captain's wife. Slow cook it.
Well, I got food poisoning yesterday from the mushrooms that I picked.
we both got food poisoning. I only vomited once.
I vomited many times
Lost count.
for a few hours.
Yeah, pretty much all night.
Well, the apartment is small, but the views are amazing. We have a waterfall on this side. And from the front porch we can see the Rencontre Bay. It's really nice and peaceful here. We just got fresh caught fish from locals. Mackerel. And we're gonna eat it with potato in the butter. And also we've got pickles.
This really reminds me of my home in Moldova. What do we have? We had, I don't know how you call this one. In Russia we call it visi, no?
A swing, some kind of
swing, you know, balancing swing. And the swing, this is the swings. This would be like balance, I don't know. But yeah, very, very old, very simple. And classic, a car tire. So much fun. This actually reminds me more of like a prison yard than a playground. But I mean, okay, all jokes aside, this is really nice. Must have taken them a lot of time. They put good wood, large pieces of board. Well, yeah, the school here last year had 4 students, yeah, and this year 3. And we spoke to a lady. Her granddaughter is coming here. She's going to be only 1 student for the 7th grade. So it's literally like private education. But it's kind of sad hearing that there's less and less people here every year, and they want to vote out. They want to vote. Next time she's gonna vote for resettlement. They're closing their general store because we're assuming that's because of Costco delivery and Walmart. Everybody's just delivering, which makes sense because it's way cheaper ordering online and having it shipped here than going to do limited groceries because they don't have much. All the fruits and veggies here are double, triple cost. If you order Costco, well, you guys know what Costco is.
George just wake us up because the sun came out. He's ready to take us on a trip to Cape Bay. There is a lot of sunfish along this coast, and we just stopped by to get a closer look at one. Oh wow!
Wow! Oh my god! Ah! It's huge.
Yeah, crazy. Feels like we are entering Jurassic Park world.
Yeah. Everything is super ancient here.
We are going to land at Cape Bay using this little boat.
How old is this boat?
That one?
Yeah.
7, well, she'll be 50, she'll 55.
Built in 55?
No, she'll be built in,
She'll be 55.
she was built in 70.
Wow.
It's wooden one, right?
Hour?
1 hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it wooden boat, right?
We wouldn't, but she fiberglassed over in 90.
Okay.
Yeah. Or around 90, was it? I'm not quite sure, but I think it's somewhere around the 90s. This is my first time shore up here.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Never been shore up here now.
We're gonna explore together.
There's a cabin in there too.
Cabin?
Yeah, oh yeah, a little spot or something.
We'll check it out.
You own one up here too, but he fell down now when he used to lobster fish.
Oh, okay. All right.
You just hold on a second.
Yes, sir. Oop. An old cabin. Whatever's left of it. Second cabin. So at one point of time, this place had around 50 homes here. That's what this place used to look like back in 1988. So Christian said something had torn the door out and he pulled out a little piece of fur. You can see where the houses used to stand. You can see the pillars that would build the houses on, and all this flat surfaces. I'm assuming all this grass, it looks perfectly shaped for where the homes used to be. So ask Christian if it's the people who come here and they tear the houses down when they move. No, it's the weather. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rich. George just cooked us mackerel. It's fresh.
We are back at Francois.
Our last day. Tomorrow morning. 7:30 a.m. But apparently he likes to leave 5-10 minutes earlier, so we'll be there at 7. Yeah. It's a very, very beautiful place. Very homey and cozy. And everybody is super nice. You get a real sense of community here. something that you really don't experience in big cities or anywhere else.